Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. We made it to Friday, y'all. And it's time for our Finally Friday free online class. We will try to pull this up on Dale's phone on Facebook and make sure everything is looking good. Wait just a second and let me actually get over there.
Okay.
So we've got Dale in the craft room today, and Oliver's with me in the craft room.
Howdy. Oliver says howdy too. He's got his paw in the air.
I did say the other day, let me turn that down. I said the other day that Dale was my helper and supporting demo, and I got called out because I neglected to mention Oliver. But he is definitely a big support to us.
He's a crafty pup, that's for sure.
That look okay?
That looks good.
Alright, well, we will wait just a minute to see if some folks can hop on and join us. Give it just a little bit of time here. So if you do join us, be sure to say hello. Because it's finally Friday and we are going to create some really pretty projects today. Some note cards with a nice holder that Dale designed for us. And of course that means that the note cards fit perfectly in the holder. Why are you laughing?
Perfectly is not a word I would use.
They fit perfectly and they look really good. So we are excited that we're using brand new products from the new the new annual catalog from Stampin' Up. So this gorgeous catalog went live on Wednesday, and we are using products from a gorgeous new suite called Unbounded. Where did I put it? I thought I had it.
That's up there. Unbounded Beauty.
Unbounded Beauty. And it is a mega suite with 2 stamp and die sets, some absolutely gorgeous designer series paper. So it does look like we have some friends hopping on with us now. So glad you made it to Friday also.
Cassandra's here.
Hey, Cassandra.
And I'm not sure how to say her name.
Okay.
Is it?
It's not coming through for me.
Yeah, it's let's see.
You can see Cassandra though?
Yeah, B-E-K-A-H.
Oh, that's Becca.
Becca?
Mm-hmm. Becca.
Oh, okay.
She is going to be at launch party with us, so we're excited about that.
All right.
Becca Moss. So excited you guys are here with us tonight. I think we were running just a tad late. Dale got home a little bit late from work, but I think we've got everything all set out for us now. Definitely say hello. Glad you guys are here. And we're going to do our Finally Friday free online class. So each month we have this class, and we just really want to share some neat ideas with you. You just never know what we may be making. We've made samplers and cards, a scrapbook layout last month, and this month it's note cards with a cute little holder. So you just never know. And we have a really cool watercoloring technique we're going to use tonight. We are using the Unbounded Beauty Suite of products. What page are those on, Dee?
They're on 54 and 55.
And I think, does it go over? Yes.
No.
That's why, because I'm one page back.
Ah,
there we go.
There we go.
Now I'm familiar
about
with
52, 53, 54, and
55. Still learning this catalog, y'all. So really, really pretty products. Lots of samples to inspire you. Featuring the new in colors.
Mary said she just got here.
Oh, hi, Mary. Glad you're here too. So then we're also, like I said, we're going to be watercoloring. And I marked another page back here.
118.
118. So we will dive into this catalog a little bit more. when we do the catalog stroll next weekend when we do our launch party virtually. So if you can come to the in-person launch party like Cassandra, Mary, and Becca are doing, then it's 9 o'clock next Saturday at our home. If you can't and you want to do it virtually with us, make and take packets, I think they're all gone, but you can still join us in CT's Craft and Connect group right on Facebook. And you can, starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can see some products. We'll do a catalog stroll, kind of take a look at some things that have changed in the catalog, how you can use this catalog as a tool and learn. We're going to be talking about color, all kinds of things.
That's Mimi Sanchez from Kansas.
Yeah, hi Mimi, glad you're here. So we've got a good group in the house tonight. Thank y'all for joining us. So one of the things that we noticed in this catalog was the fact that we have some techniques. It talks about watercolor techniques on this page. And I've never taken any formal art classes other than like your standard art in school. Dale has in high school and college. And so his mom was a watercolorist. He loves to watercolor. It's been a while since you've really done that with paints, but we've done some watercoloring with our Stampin' Up! Products. We do have water painters that are in this catalog. We're going to be using those tonight. And then we're going to be doing something I think is pretty cool. We are making our own mask with a window sheet and some dies. And I didn't grab those dies. Do you mind doing that, Dee? The deckled circles?
Sure.
Just to show what we use. We're going to make some really neat cards. We think they're neat. And it's a very simple and easy technique. And you could do this with so many dies that you have in your collection. Now, my original thought was that we would use a piece of cardstock and we would die cut one of the deckled circles out of cardstock. And Dale had the idea that instead of cardstock, here's those deckled circles we're talking about. He had the idea that instead of cardstock, we would use a window sheet. So a window sheet is a sheet of acetate. You don't have to get it out. That's okay.
Well, it's right there.
What do you need?
I was going to get a dark piece of cardstock.
Cardstock? Okay.
So maybe we can see some
See it a
shiny.
little bit better?
Yeah, because... Alright, here's the dark piece of cardstock, and I don't know if you can see the shiny on this.
We can see it.
You can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
We can see it.
So we've just cut a circle in the window sheet, and we're going to use this to mask over our paper and make a little
mask.
Watercolor wash.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be easy, but it looks like it's a little bit more complicated. Okay, let's get some stuff out of the way.
Okay.
We'll go over some of the products that we're using because we now do have things in our hands. So you want to look at the stamps and dies right quick, Dee?
Sure. We have the Flowers of Beauty stamp set and the coordinating dies that go with it. And unfortunately, we're not using them on this project.
We're not using them on this project, but what we like to...
The Flower Beauty.
Yes,
we're
that
using
stamp.
one of the
We're
stamp.
not using the dies. Unfortunately, we are miscombobulated tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we usually do with Finally Friday is we use the same suite of products that we use for stamp class, or the same products that we use for stamp class. So you're kind of getting a little bit of a sneak peek of what we're going to be using in stamp class. And it just shows you more ideas of what to use those products for. So even though we're not necessarily using everything tonight, that we can't use all of them, can we? We would be here. We would like to, but we would be here all night long. We're going to be using them throughout the month, basically. And I'll try to do at least one of the Facebook Lives this month. I'll try to do that too. Use Unbounded Beauty, Unbounded Love. So
Unbounded Love is the sentiment stamp set, and then it has all of these beautiful die cuts that go along with the stamp set.
And that's a really great... Bring that stamp set back right quick, Dee. There's lots of different sentiments You have a birthday. Don't we have a sympathy sentiment?
Yes,
it has a sympathy sentiment. We have a birthday sentiment.
We have some wishing you well, feel better soon,
Mm-hmm.
you're a true blessing, hope, peace, love, joy. No,
Faith.
not joy, faith.
Faith. And so it gives you lots of different options for many, many occasions. And so especially if you're looking for a new sentiment set, or if you're new to stamping, this is the kind of set that I just love because you cover a lot of bases with it. And then, of course, the dies that coordinate with it give you lots of options too. And so here, I mean, you've got all kinds of shapes and sizes. And so this not only goes with the stamp set here, but you can use that with so many of your sentiments and focal images. So again, really great die set too that has lots of versatility, lots of times that you can use it, mix and match. Okay?
Absolutely. Okay, we'll set the stamp set aside and the die sets behind us.
Okay, Joanne is with us now too.
Okay.
And Lee is with us, so glad y'all are here.
The other one is the, let me flip it over.
I know, we're still learning
Shimmer
the names.
Gems. It's the 2024-2026 in color Shimmer Gems.
And they're really, really pretty.
Can they get some sparkle on the? Hopefully
so.
sparkle comes through.
Yeah, Cassandra said she could see the window sheet earlier, so that was good.
Okay. And then we'll set this aside as well. The other thing was a package of note cards and envelopes.
Mm-hmm. Which we've used them many, many times. We love using them. And they are, do you remember how much those were, Dee? I know we looked, I think they were $10. You get 20 note cards in a package. Really awesome. Yes, note cards and envelopes. They are already cut and scored for you. I love having those in the craft room. Just quick and easy way to make some projects.
Okay. We're going to use Memento ink tonight.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people prefer Stays On
When they're watercoloring?
When they're watercoloring over it. Okay. We're going to watercolor and then we're going to let it dry. And then we're going to use the Memento after it's dried so that it doesn't run.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, Cassandra says she can see things, so thank you, Cassandra. We appreciate the feedback.
The other one was the
water painters. Now, they come in a couple of different sizes, and this is how they're packaged. And so we'll go ahead and get them out because we wanted to show you there's a couple different brush tips.
You have a wide, a fine, and a kind of medium brush tip.
And you just fill them with water. You're ready to go. We did go ahead and grab a little dish with some water, one of our little prep bowls from when we're cooking. And then just so Dale can have a little bit of extra water, we grabbed some paper towels, a couple paper towels. I guess I should show the project. Don't let me spill that on the project, huh? And then, of course, we also love to grab that silicone craft sheet, so we're going to be using it as well. Which brush do you want?
I'm going to use the big one.
Okay.
Because we're doing a wash, and it covers more area faster. Yeah.
I didn't grab any ribbon out, I don't think. But let's go ahead and take this ribbon off, Petunia Pop ribbon, and we will reveal our note card set. And as you can see, super cute little box that fits your cards perfectly. So we just made a whole set of these cards. So you've got your
peach pie. Oh, it's a test. I see how it is. Petunia Pop.
Petunia Pop.
Summer Splash.
Okay.
Pretty in Pink.
You're doing good.
And Shy Shamrock.
Okay. And then, of course, the envelopes are inside. You did really well on your in-color test. So that's what we're creating tonight, guys. Which one do you want to use as your example? And do you want to... I know what we'll do. Okay. Tell me which one you want to use.
Let's use the Petunia Pop because I think it pops.
It does pop. Let me get the rest out of the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the watercolor wash on all of the cards. Yep, and I dropped it. But we got it. We're going to do a watercolor wash on all of the note cards. and let that dry. We'll make the box, then we'll go back and stamp.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, let me get some. All right.
Got to get organized,
Yeah, gotta
right?
get some situation going on here.
Okay.
I'm going to use the big F block as a palette.
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to be my water palette. That's what I'm going to put my.
Cassandra says you get to stay for another week.
Uh-oh. What? I got a whole week.
We're kind of off kilter tonight because Sandra's on her game. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for some ink pads.
Ah, they're somewhere. Oh, goodness. I swear we're not just winging it, y'all. They're not sitting over there. We have been prepping for stamp class and launch party and
What is our basket?
here, you come sit down. Let me look.
Okay.
Kind of tell them about what your plan is.
All right. What the plan is let me bring the catalog back in for just a second, because in the watercolor techniques you have lots of different products, and you have the watercolor pencils, you have the you can use the spritzer to make it fade the watercolor or kind of diffuse it out, and it gives it this it's a wet on wet process, or adding the wet to it. And then you have the pastels that you can use, the chalks, and that you can use with water as well. And so all of these have a little bit different effect. And what I like about the watercolor painters, if y'all haven't heard me say it before, you're going to hear me say it now, is with this watercolor painter that we're going to use tonight, or the whole group of them, and a stamp pad, I have everything I need to paint with. Okay?
Okay.
And so I'm going to take
Well, and you've got so many different options with the pencils, with the pastel chalks. Let us know if this is something that you guys want to learn about. We thought it was something different. So let us know what you think. That's why we're trying this. Just see how things go.
And then what I do is I just take the ink pad and I just rub it on the big block here, get some ink out of it. And then now I'm gonna start with Summer Splash. No, I'm sorry, Shy Shamrock. And I'm gonna take I'm gonna push this up just a little bit. Try to move toward the center here. I'm gonna put my window sheet pretty close to the centered as I can make it. And then the water painter's you filled it with water. So I'm going to drop a little bit of water out of it to help get everything all nice and wet, and then
get that ink moving around.
Yeah.
We did not grab you a piece of white cardstock, just a scrap. Let me do that for you.
All right. When I get rolling, it's going to go quick, so y'all stay with me.
Do you promise that?
I'm wicked fast, don't they know? All right. All right.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, that's going to work great. All right, and then you just take the painter with the water on it, and then you just kind of wash it over the cardstock. Okay.
And what's cool is you don't have to tape it down. You could if you want to. You don't have to. Bring that close to the camera, D, so that hopefully it will show up that a little bit of the edges of those deckled circles do show. I just think that's really cool.
And then now I'm going to take my I'm going to wipe this off, get a little extra water on my brush, try to make sure I got get a lot of the color out of it. And it's not putting any more color out. We'll dry all that up. We'll draw off our window sheet, get the color off of it.
I can move this over to let it dry.
Yes, please. Oh, I'm living dangerous. Now I'll move it back.
Not living dangerous today.
Oh, heck. All right, I'm going to flip over to the fresh side. We're going to get a little bit more of that color off of it. Okay.
And is it hard to cut the window sheet with the dies?
Not really. It's not any different than cutting paper. It just makes a little bit more
It makes a little
racket.
bit more snap, crackle, pop, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Okay. We're going to go with Petunia Pop on the next one. The other thing that when you're doing this, it's going to dry a lot lighter than when you see it or when you're doing it, because the water is going to evaporate and it's going to soften the color some.
Okay.
And so,
but you do want to be a little bit more careful with Petunia Pop because it's a little bit richer color than the others. A little bolder colors. So
we're gonna get it wet.
And I mean, you don't have to have that little dish of water because you can squeeze the water painter if you want to, but that's just how you like to do it. And you know, a lot of us have this big block and we just don't really know what to do with it all the time. So this is just another use for that big stamp block too, that acrylic block.
I like the effect of when I'm doing this sideways.
Okay.
Just because it kind of gives it a stripedy color.
But you can't really do it wrong, can you?
No, I mean, it's yours.
Mm-hmm. And what happens if a little bit of that color goes underneath your mask?
It just leaves a little bit more interest to your...
There you go. And we do, on our original projects, it did go out just a little bit.
See how it went out right there, but we still have...
That's okay. It's okay. It's going to be beautiful.
Okay. And so now...
Y'all let us know what you think. If this is something you would want to try. Or if you've done it before.
I'm having a little trouble getting the Petunia Pop out of the...
Are you?
Out of the brush. Probably should have saved it for last. In watercolor, the rule is start with the lights and go to the darks.
So you like to break the rules though, don't you?
Well, no, I try to stay within the rules, but the reason for that is it's easier to make things darker, but in watercolor, you really don't have anything. You started with the whitest white you were going to get with the paper, and you're working away from that. And so by leaving it lighter, longer, just kind of helps keep the brightness and the freshness to the view of the project you're working on. And also in watercolor, the general rule is get it about 80% of what you think you really want, and then stop.
Okay.
Because if you keep working it and working it and working it, it gets muddy, and it's easy to go back and add a little bit to it instead of trying to get it where you want it when you first start. That's the rule I try to work with, or the rule of thumb.
Okay, so Cassandra's game for trying this technique or using this technique
What
more.
I do on my window sheet? There it is. I hit it on myself. All right, and then we'll put this up here. This is going to be the pretty in pink.
Okay. Lee is game for also more techniques like this.
Okay. Okay. Pretty in Pink's going to be pretty light.
Yeah, I think when we did that the first time, we even ended up going back to add some more, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to leave those stripes in there because, like I said, the little hollow spots in there give it the brightness and the shine.
Okay.
Like there's some light behind it coming through.
Okay.
And we got a little overrun on there.
Out.
Yeah.
That's okay though. We used to always say it's not perfect, it's handmade.
See, I told you this is going to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost done. Just 2 more.
Cassandra likes the idea of cutting that with the die on the window sheet. That was a good idea. And Karen is here. Hey, Karen.
I might have seen somebody else use a window sheet.
I know. When we went to Onstage, several of the presenters used window sheets in different ways. This is not one of the ways that I remember, was it?
No, it's not. But they did the same with the sponge daubers and the brushes, and they put some of this color on there and sponged it on.
But they were using some of the mask that you can actually purchase, I believe. So
that too, yes. Yep.
But you can make your own mask.
Ooh, look, I got some ink on my fingers. Does that shock anybody?
Oh, goodness. I'm completely shocked. To quote you, this is my shocked face.
Is it? Yeah. Is that what you call that? Oh.
And Becky has joined us. She said that was very pretty.
We
are kind of a hot mess tonight, y'all.
Normally you would call that a professional overrun.
Okay. I don't know if professional should be used in the sentence about us tonight, but okay. We have fun, right?
And
that's what it's all about.
What it's all about is to inspire people to try things and to do things, and that's if we can get one person to at least venture out, then
we've got adventurous friends here.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, that one's gonna look fantastic.
That does look good.
Okay.
So stamping and comedy, would you say?
Oh, and we're making a mess? Oh, how can you go wrong? Let's see if I can get some
Karen
of this.
said she missed the first part, but we just used the deckled circles on a window sheet to make kind of our own mask. And just stop and think about the dies that you have. When we first were working on this, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we thought deckled rectangles would work well. You know, just take a look at the dies you have. I love when we're able to share ideas with you about how to use products that you already own in a different way. Give it a different function. Okay. That always makes me happy.
And that was peach pie on the last one. Mm-hmm. Oh, she missed out on my in color test.
Yeah,
didn't she?
She did. Dale did well on his in color test. We couldn't find the ink pads. We couldn't talk when we first came on, but
we're getting there. We're getting there.
We made it to Friday though, so. And Dale's just using.
This is not a card.
Oh my goodness. But you've got a card.
Yes, I do now have a card.
So you like folding it first rather than leaving it flat? You don't have any problems with it being folded when you're...
No, because I'm holding it down.
Okay. And you could tape it with some painter's tape or...
yeah.
If you wanted to, some washi tape if you wanted to.
If you're going to really strive for true perfection.
That's not us, buddy.
No, we're not there today. Y'all just hang with us. Ooh, I got a little bit too much water on that one.
That's okay. So this is fun, but as usual, when you're making something that's handmade, you're not going to be able to mass produce and get, you know, exactly the same effect every time. And that's okay, because they're all beautiful works of art. So Dale went ahead and did our watercoloring first so that these cards can dry. That's everybody, isn't it?
That's
all
everybody.
5 colors?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, she wanted you to hold up the... Karen missed you holding up the mask as well.
Okay.
So
Can we just...
he just used a piece of window sheet, die cut it, and we talked about that earlier too.
Can you see the shine on the window sheet?
Yeah, not a problem to die cut. It did crackle and pop a little bit more in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but...
Okay. Alright, now I'm going to set that aside. Oh, we gotta get this block cleaned
Ooh,
off.
Cassandra said that'd make a cool sunshine. That's true.
Oh yeah.
That would.
Or moon. You can.
Okay, she's got a question here.
What we got?
Cassandra's got a question there. I thought.
You said we need to use a light color first, and then a dark color ink. And yes, that is correct. You work from light to dark, so you put down the lights, and you...
Well, especially when you're mixing them. So with some of our other...
Let me see one of those cards back for just a second.
That we've just done?
Yeah, that we just worked on.
They're on the table drying.
Okay.
Especially when you're mixing the colors on the project. But, you know, here we're just using each individual color.
On this, where you're leaving the light pieces in here, you get lights and dark hues in the painting or in the wash, and by leaving those little light spots, if you're really good with your technique, you can have the light spots where you want them. And then if you...
We'll just take the light spots where we get them, won't we?
Absolutely.
That's okay too.
A little bit more practice. All right.
Okay, so we'll move some things out of the way. And I'll bring that up while he's working on that, just so you can get a little closer look at the card for those that are just joining. So once that dries, we're going to be able to stamp over it.
Okay, now I'm going to move the water and the...
Let's move that way down to the end of the table so we don't have a accident.
Okay.
So now you need the scoreboard, don't you?
I do.
And I grabbed my Martha Stewart one, but I can get you the Stampin' Up! Scoreboard.
Okay.
Simply Scored. I bought that Martha Stewart one way back when I very first started crafting, before I even knew about Stampin' Up!
And I like it, I like the lightness of it.
Mm-hmm.
But Stampin' Up! Has a nice scoreboard as well.
Yes.
So we're going to start with the base of the card.
Okay.
I mean, excuse me, base of the box.
Okay. What size is it?
And it is 5 1/4 by 6 3/4.
Okay.
Okay. And
Dale designed this box for us so that it would fit the cards perfectly.
And so
he likes to make that as easy as possible for us, right?
right. And so once you've got the sheet cut or the paper cut, then the scoring, I try to do it in a pattern. Okay, so this page, like I said, was 5 1/4 by 6 3/4, and we're scoring 3/4 of an inch.
Okay. And this is thick, basic white cardstock.
And because of that, I'm going to use the small point on the stylus.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it at 3/4. And y'all know I like to start from the very far side and work into the deal. But on this one, I'm going to break my own rule, because I'm only scoring the one side at all the sides at 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Okay. We'll rotate it.
We're going to go all the way around.
All the way around at 3/4 of an inch. Now, like I said, I'm using the small ball with the the heavy cardstock
for the stylus.
For the stylus, but when we go to the top and it's DSP, I'm going to use the big ball so it doesn't punch through and cut.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a little bit lighter with my touch.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got that scored all 4 sides.
All right.
3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to set that right there.
Okay.
Now I'm going to take the...
And your Take Your Pick tool has both sizes of stylus.
Yes, it does.
You're just going to be able to flip that over.
Okay.
And now use the larger
I'm going to flip it over and use the large end. And this time I'm going... Oh, let me tell you what this one is. Because this one's got the scary numbers on it. Okay.
Okay.
It's 4 7/8 by 6 3/8.
Okay.
Okay. Because you want your box to be an 1/8 inch bigger on the top, so that you have a little bit of room to make sure it closes well.
Okay.
Okay.
It slides down over it.
And then we're scoring at a 1/2 inch, and by doing it all the way around the edges, we get to keep that 1/8 in the middle and not have to worry about some doing with all the other numbers. So we're going with the 1/2 inch score line.
Yeah, Cassandra said good tip on the stylus. You definitely want to use the right tool for the job. And if you use that smaller end on your DSP, it can cut through.
Yeah.
So your DSP is just, thinner, especially than the thick basic white cardstock. So it doesn't take much to score it. And you're scoring that at what?
1/2 inch?
1/2 inch all the way around?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now we're going to set this aside.
Okay.
And we're going to take a bone folder.
Oh, I think Lee wanted you to repeat some measurements, maybe.
The cardstock itself was 5 1/4 by 6 3/4, scored at 3/4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was for the thick basic white, the base.
Scored 3/4 of an
3/4 all the way around. And for the top, we're using DSP, and it's 4 7/8, which is that line, not the little one right close, but the next bigger one over by the 5, number 5.
Okay.
And then it's 6 3/8, not 6, it's just short of 6 1/2, and so that gives us that 1/8 inch measurement. Let me say it again: 4 7/8, 6 3/8, scored at 1/2 all the way around.
Okay.
Okay. I'm about to toss it over.
Joanne was gonna send us a picture of her new crafting buddy, but
Oh, all right.
did you burnish those score lines?
No, I haven't. That's what I got the bone folder before I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
I might not be able to stay till the end of the week now.
Yeah, you will.
We're gonna fold this over and score that.
We're gonna want to see your new buddy though, Joanne. So maybe during live it may not let you send a picture. I'm not sure. I've never tried to do that, but maybe with the replay it'll let you, or you can just send it to us because it's important to have little buddies in the craft room, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta have some crafting buddies.
We've had a lot of storms here in Texas recently, and Oliver has somehow developed an aversion to storms. And so he's not been sleeping great. So today, as Cheryl and I worked, he was sleeping really well.
He's a guard dog.
It was not storming, and he was sleeping real well.
He's a guard dog.
Okay.
Do not. People are going to think he's not ferocious.
Karen likes the scissor charm on my...
Oh, Does she now?
Yes, she does.
Has she seen that? Look at that. That's cute.
It's great to have friends that give you cool presents, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I guess she noticed that I was using your scissors and not mine, huh?
Yeah. I love Stampin' Up! Scissors, but I've had these Tim Holtz scissors for a really long time. And I just like the way that they fit in my hand. Of course, then you end up using them, but...
Yeah. All right. What I try to do is I try to get them... I'm going to cut a little V out of this, but I want to cut it as straight as I can on the score line.
Maybe come up. There you go.
And then I'm going to cut out a little of that on the tab side to take out some of the bulk. And then once again, I'm going to cut it straight and try to cut out a lot of that score line to try to make it, when you'll see me put it together.
Okay.
Here in just a moment.
And you're going to need some tear and tape.
I'm going to need some tear and tape.
Okay.
And then I told them it was going to go really fast and they were going to have to stay with me.
Well, our Finally Friday classes are usually about 45 minutes to an hour. We may go over just a tiny bit tonight, but that's okay. Of course, the replay is always here. I can go in, for those that were wanting measurements, I can definitely go in and edit the description of the video and add those measurements. And I know watching a video, sometimes it can be hard, so if you have just some designer series paper, you know how we always have that little odd pattern that we just are not crazy about? You know,
yes.
We'll use all the paper in a pack and then we've got an odd pattern. I like to use that piece of paper to make templates for myself. So we usually recommend on 3D items, fun fold cards, that you make a template. And so using up either some old designer series paper that, you know, is just not your favorite, make your templates out of that.
They're all our favorite.
Well, I know, but sometimes you've got that one pattern that just doesn't speak to you. And it happens, and it's okay to say that.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
and so what we do is make our templates, and then you can just take a Sharpie or put a Post-it note with measurements. Just, it helps to have that visual
Okay.
when you want to recreate it.
Okay, now I'm going to put a little tear tape on these. And on the bottom, I'm going to put two little pieces that go out to the edge. Let me see if I can get this out here where they can see that. And then I just put my finger in there and kind of tear beside it. That's where I needed that silicone craft sheet.
Oh, do you like to use it for...
Anytime I'm using adhesive, I do, because sometimes I get a little carried away.
You don't want adhesive on your workspace.
And I stick it to my workspace or what I'm working on, or stick it to something else.
You are good about using that silicone craft sheet.
And then, alright, so now we're just these little tabs here. On the tops, I won't put anywhere near as much tear and tape. And I try to put my fingernail down there to try to make sure that I got something like that right there. That one.
It's okay.
We'll have to peel that one back. Okay. And then you got to take your pick, Candy.
I don't know where my take your pick is.
Okay.
What is happening in this craft room?
It's like somebody's been crafting, isn't it?
Cassandra says definitely need to use that when using the glue.
Well,
Here's a take your pick.
All right. Okay.
So you burnish down the tear and
I
tape,
did.
so that makes getting that backing off easier. I was proud of you. Proud to see you doing that.
This one's the one that's going to be a little bit long, so.
Okay. And you want to definitely, when we're talking about using the right tool for the job, you want a strong adhesive when you're making a box, right? What's the matter?
I put these on the wrong side.
What?
I put them on the wrong side of what I wanted.
Will it work? We need to do it again.
Well, it'll work.
Okay. Oh, you're going to bring it to the outside now, aren't you?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
There you go.
I'm going to fold this back the other way.
There's always a fix. Did you do that on purpose?
No, I did not. And then I'm going to fold those in and hold them together. And then what I like to do is bring my box up and fold the sides in and then hold it on those edges so that it's as square as I can get it.
Cassandra said fold it the other way.
Cassandra
is
on it. She's on it.
She's
today.
on fire tonight. A little bit of sass.
I'm surprised I haven't been fired from this job too. I lose a lot of jobs when I'm around y'all.
Sometimes though, we approach things differently, so that's one of the good things when we craft together. We help each other. You do things very differently than I do. I learn from you. You learn from me.
Absolutely.
Every once in a while.
Oh, I learn from you a lot. You know that. And then, like I say, I hold it in there, kind of square that edge up a little bit. Get those edges to meet up, then touch them together. And then there's our box base.
Okay.
Okay?
Now we'll do the DSP.
Exactly the same way. We're doing the. They may notice that wait a minute.
What?
I'm about to do it again.
Put it on the right side.
I'm about to do it again.
I don't think you could really, whichever designer series paper in this suite you used would be fine. It's all so pretty. And those in colors are featured. So everything's going to coordinate. Makes it easy on you. Stampin' Up! Does such a good job about that. Lee said, nice tip. Cassandra said, put the tape on the right side.
Well, at least I got a pattern going on.
Uh-huh. If you're going to do it wrong.
I'll do it all wrong, right? Okay. We're going to... Hold on.
What?
I didn't...
Cut your pieces out?
No, I didn't. I know a couple pieces out
Oh.
earlier. I did it all in when I went through. But what I didn't do was burnish it down and made sure they stick good.
Oh, I see.
And I want to bring both of them from the same way. And I'm tucking those to the inside this time.
Why is that?
It's just the way I do it. Some people leave the long side long, and I mean it works. That's just not the way that I do it.
Okay.
And it's that mechanical engineering thing, you know.
Yeah, we all get in our routines and our patterns, so.
Also heard on a podcast that once you have one good idea in your head, you don't normally take in more good ideas.
Really?
Until you see it function elsewhere. And so I found that to be, I fall in that trap.
Okay.
When I have an idea, I just go with it because it's logical and it makes sense to me, and that's the way I do it.
You do you, boo-boo.
I try. And then up a little bit.
That one's a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing that you can do is you could fold this over.
Is it gonna work?
I'm gonna undo that glue.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna put this down here. I'm gonna fold that under, and then I'm gonna reattach it so that the box lid fits.
Perfectly. Okay, now we've got cards to finish.
Oh, we were having such fun.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
So now we need to bring in our black ink.
Okay.
And I think, I don't remember which order you did these in. Do you?
I don't either.
I think they all are pretty well dry.
We got a piercing mat.
Oh, yes.
Okay. It probably has enough bulk under it.
Do you have your sentiment pieces over there?
Do not have my sentiment pieces.
Okay, I've got them.
Okay. So, okay. You want me to just stamp all these right quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
That's really probably the most efficient thing to do, isn't it?
I'm going to try to get this stamp inked up really well.
And I'm making lots of noise.
Okay. And this, oh yeah, grab me my paper towel back.
Where'd we put it?
It should be, it's down here. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wipe this extra ink off the edge of the block because I get a little carried away. That professional overrun thing.
Okay.
Hold that down. Get that centered up somewhat.
Diane likes the box. It is a nice box, isn't it?
Okay. We'll
And there's other things you could put in there. It doesn't just have to be the note cards. If you just needed a little box for a gift, maybe. So don't forget, if you just really love this project and you would like to get the kit, which is going to include everything that we're using here, the note cards will make you a template with, or a mask with the window sheet. You'll have all your sentiment pieces cut, the pieces for your box. And we can put a template for the box in there as well if you want. So all you have to do is place an order in my online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net. $40 order before tax and shipping gets you the kit free. Everything prepped and ready for you. And then a $50 order, not only do you get the kit free, but you also get an embellishment. And if you're on our team of super inspired stampers, it's just $20 for this packet, because you can buy your own stamps, ink, and paper and get your discount. And if you love these colors, there's an amazing deal from Stampin' Up! Right now. What's the matter?
I got a little splash of color down here.
That's okay. It's okay. Makes it artsy. So if you love the in color, Stampin' Up! Has a fabulous joining special going on right now. Really amazing. You can get the 6x6 Designer Series paper in the in colors, some of the cardstock in the in colors, the Stampin' Right markers, which are your watercolor markers, and the ink pads.
What?
Free.
Plus?
And you just get your starter kit, pay $99 plus tax, free shipping, and choose $125 worth of product, and then get all that in color product free. So cool. And that's through the end of May. And then you would be a super inspired stamper. Be on our team, which is a really, really good team to be on. Just saying.
It is a good team. Some amazing stampers and crafters and
friends.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, that was quick and easy. You want me to take that and put that on the
Sure.
chamois?
Please.
Beautiful. Okay, and then you still have your ink pads over there. We've got some.
Still have the black open in case we want to smudge
let's
something.
close that, please. So we're going to need our colored ink.
Okay.
Cassandra said it's an awesome team. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. All right. What sentiment you want to go first?
We just used a variety in our packet the last time, so whatever you think.
We're doing these monochromatic, right? For the most part.
Yeah, that's fine. You could also use the black ink if you wanted to.
Oh no. So what goes good with peach pie?
Oh, the sentiment you mean?
Yeah.
Well, we have hello, we have faith, we have love.
Friend.
What we use on the other peach pie?
How about hello?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bring us a sentiment disc up here.
And those are just from the stylish shapes, the smallest stitch circle, aren't they?
No.
I'm telling you wrong.
No, this is out of the die set that goes along with this sentiments.
That's right. Unbounded Love. Has a couple of different size circles. Good catch on that one. We're still learning the products, aren't we? You clean that one so you can have your block back.
Yeah. All right, so we got a sentiment to go with that.
Okay.
Now
if you want to move them over here, I'll put a dimensional on them.
Okay. There we go. Right there. Pretty in pink. What says love better than pink, right?
Right.
Oh, I'm about to do peach pie on that. Pretty in pink.
Ooh, Karen said copper clay.
Copper clay says love?
No. I think she'd already put that comment on there.
Oh.
You're so silly.
She might not know that it's warm and toasty here in Texas.
It is.
And I've been working outside quite a bit. So you get that.
Oh. Okay. I was just going to put the... Let me just get them out of the way. Because I want to put the ribbons on before we put the... I have a process too, you know.
Okay. How about Petunia Pop for Hope?
Okay.
We'll see if we can get Hope to pop. Oh, look at that. 2 ink pads open at the same time.
You're going to get fired. It's apparently warm in Florida as well.
Oh, yeah?
But I don't know if Karen was working outside all day. Oh my gosh, she said it's supposed to be 95.
We're not that warm.
It's coming though.
Yeah, it is.
One of my coworkers moved here from Kansas. So Mimi, if you're still with us, she is from Emporia. And this is her first full summer here in Texas. And she keeps saying, is it going to get warmer than this? And y'all, we've barely made it into the 80s so far. She may burst into flames before the summer is over.
Summer splash.
Well, and we lived in Kansas for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And it was so stinking cold there.
Oh.
Texas folks moving to Kansas.
Yeah, we had that stretch.
It was so cold. Oh my goodness, I'd never been so cold in my life.
Got down to a minus 27. And I was in the Army. And That's just not weather that you like playing outside in.
That's not weather to mess with, is it?
No, people got hurt. That's
Okay.
not.
Yeah. I can take this one and put a dimensional on the back. One more.
Okay.
Now think about how cute this would be as a gift. And I know that it's okay to gift to yourself, right? That's what Cassandra would tell us.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make yourself a really cute set of note cards, or for a friend or relative, co-worker. What you doing now?
Did we already do Faith?
Mm,
I don't think so. Yep. No? No. Hello.
no, Faith.
Hope.
Friend.
Friend. No, that was friend. This one was love. That's what it was.
Okay,
Yep.
so we still need Faith.
Yep. So we're gonna do Faith and
Cassandra says no more chocolate paydays.
what?
Too hot. Too hot. So for those that are not in the know, when we ship packets to Florida, there's a very small window that we can ship chocolate that it doesn't melt. And I didn't know that originally. So I sent Karen some chocolate one time in her packet, and she had to go put it in the refrigerator.
There we go.
And if you have not heard of a chocolate payday candy bar, you are missing out, y'all. Cassandra is a chocolate payday enabler. What? What's the matter?
I'll step Summer Splash on that instead of Sha Shamrock.
Oh,
I'm definitely going to get fired on this one.
that's okay. We'll put it on there for right now, finish everything up, and we'll fix it.
Okay. All right. Now, you wanted to put...
Well, I thought we were going to put ribbon, but
It's right there.
I'm going to drop one.
Nope. They're all here.
They are? Okay. All 5 of them. Oh, I know. I couldn't figure out what I did with the ribbon. Guess what I did with the ribbon?
What? You got all these bows tied with, or knots tied with.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And then, what was our... Where did our demo card go?
You are so funny. Right under here.
Right there. Right there. Okay. So here's our demo card. Alright, so we're going to put a knot with our matching color.
And I just liked putting the knot and getting it positioned before I put my sentiment on. That's what I liked.
Okay. Blue dot didn't come with that one.
Oh, Karen's going to use the sea turtle with this for a gift.
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
that would be
Of course, we're going to want to see pictures.
cool. Absolutely. Okay.
I do not know what we've done with our envelopes.
They're over here.
They're over
beside
there.
'em.
Okay.
I've held them hostage the whole time.
Okay. And you could certainly do a watercolor wash on the flap of your envelope. You could stamp the same floral piece, just a section of it on your envelope. Decorate those up as well. You could even use the designer series paper to decorate up the flap, whatever you want to do. Or you can leave them plain. you could run them through an embossing folder.
Well, I'm hacking this ribbon up.
It's okay.
Whoever gets this card's gonna say, "Man, that ribbon sure is frayed."
Just kind of snipping that off.
Mm-hmm. Can't get rid of the dimensional back. It keeps coming back.
They multiply. It's coming together.
Mm-hmm. Let's try cutting this while it's still on the strip.
Okay.
And let's.
So I heard the clock. I think it's running a little bit behind, but we've hit right at an hour, a little more than an hour for our class. And of course, this video will be available over on YouTube if it's easier for you to find the replay there if you want to check back and watch the box making again, or how Dale does the watercolor wash, or it's here on Facebook. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up or heart, we would love for you to do that. That just lets Facebook know that you've watched and that you like the content and others need to see it. That really does help us. We would appreciate that.
That ribbon went right on where that smudge spot was.
Awesome. Cassandra's definitely going to give this a try.
It's not that hard, I promise you.
No, it's fun too, isn't it?
It is fun. I really like. I like using the water painters, and y'all seen me do it a number of times. And
when originally we talked about just putting a wash on the note cards, and when you really stop and think about this, it's stamps, ink, and paper. And it's got a little piece of ribbon. We're going to use one little embellishment on each card. You don't have to, though. But especially for beginners, this is something that's a real wow. They would be so impressed with themselves to make a little project like this.
okay.
And for those of us that love to craft, you know, learning a new technique, it's always fun. Or bringing an old technique back. You may have done this before.
I'm just going to put the little, some little sparkle in here.
Okay. We just added one of the little gems.
Okay, this one's a pretty in pink.
I think another embellishment that would be really pretty is if you have the brass butterflies.
Oh,
wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
Be really cute to add those.
That would be
Stampin' Up! Retired my iridescent rhinestones. So I'm forced to think outside the box now.
And they don't have to do monochromatic. You know,
No,
you can mix and match this wash up. There's all kinds of things. Please let your creativity show.
Yes.
And there we go.
Okay, so there's our projects. You want to go ahead and put the envelopes down in the bottom of our box.
The one we made just now. Boom. Envelopes fit. Look at that.
Perfectly. You gonna put the cards in?
Sure.
And the math works out too, because there's 20 note cards and envelopes in a package.
Ooh, you could make 4.
You can do that math. 4 sets.
4 sets.
And then we just added our ribbon. And do you remember, Dee, how much, or do you want to measure that for me right quick?
I think it's 24 inches.
I thought it was like, yeah, I think you're right. And we probably
24
went
inches,
24 inches. We probably went just a tiny bit long.
Oh.
I think we did because I kind of moved the bow up to the
top.
Yeah, I moved it up a little bit so that it had a little bit of tail hanging down. So.
Oh, they're going to watch me try to tie a bow? Oh, that's going to be painful. Cover your eyes, people.
I can do it if you need me to. Lee said it's a great project. Karen said, love, love, love. So we appreciate y'all and all of your comments, encouragement. Karen missed the first part.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It took us a minute to get in the groove, but we got there. Can you get it? Okay.
I need to learn your trick on tying upside down so that it comes out right to begin with. It comes out right side up.
That's just what I do. I tie the bow upside down when I'm doing something like this because somehow the way I hold my hands, it's always an upside down bow when I get done. So that way I don't have to maneuver the bow. I just turn the project right side up and it works. Okay, guys, we appreciate y'all so much and hope that you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let us know. I will go back in and put your measurements for you. So if you want to create these projects, and if you do want to place an order, they'll just put our May host code there. You must use the May host code, and we only keep this class open for a few days. So today is the 3rd. I think the 8th is when I put the deadline. So usually I cut it off Tuesday or Wednesday of the following week because I really like to turn this around quickly and get it out in the mail to you the following Saturday. So next Saturday, we'll get them back in the mail on the 11th so that you can get these projects created. And I think we are using Thoughtful Journey next month for stamp class and Finally Friday. I don't have any projects designed just yet for those, but let me tell you, beautiful, beautiful paper as well. So we'll be making some other cool projects in our Finally Friday class. And I didn't look at the calendar. I'm wanting to say, if anybody, Cassandra, if you have a calendar in front of you, or Karen, would you let us know what that day is? I'm thinking that the 1st of June is maybe like the 5th or 6th. I can't remember. If you'll just pop it in the comments, I would appreciate that. Yeah, Becca, we are excited for you to be at the launch party and to get to meet you and craft with you. That's going to be so much fun. But anyway, we do this class once a month. It's the first Friday of each month. Because we just need to celebrate. We made it through the week, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We made it through the month. Okay, guys, if y'all have any questions, let us know. June 7th. Thank you so much, both of y'all. Really appreciate that. I knew that it fell a little bit later in the month than what it has. So that's when we'll be back with this class. But you can check out the events tab on my Stamp with CT page to see all of the events and classes that we offer. And if you want to join us, we would love to have you with us.
Let me ask, is it the month? Yes, once a month is Finally Friday. Mm-hmm. She does do a Facebook Live every Wednesday. Mm-hmm, we do. But it's at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm, on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
And then we also do a stamp class each month, and we do that in person, but we offer it virtually too. I have a community Facebook group called CT's Craft and Connect. If you're not part of that group, you are more than welcome to join us. That's really kind of where a lot of our classes live. We post the videos there. You can also find a lot of our classes on YouTube as well. So it's under Carrie Todd, but you can also put in Stamp with CT and it'll pull up. Or if you need help with any links or anything, let me know. All right, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. We will be seeing you soon. Bye. You want to turn it off?
No.
Uh-oh. Okay, Oliver, wait just a minute, baby. Wait just a minute, baby.